mustard. You're almost out of turkey.
You know, there are people you can actually pay to make you lunch. Some of them even deliver it right to your office. Save you from driving over there every day.
I like the drive. It gives me time to think.
And the food's better at home. If it's shopping you don't like, you could always find someone to go with you. Someone like that girl from last night.
And give up all this.
Griff,
What?
what's that?
Nothing.
What were you doing Friday?
Just went out for a few drinks.
That's a tough one.
Bullshit, it says we should do that more often with a heart. Who the fuck is Brittany?
I don't know.
Bullshit! What the fuck were you doing Friday?
I went out for a few drinks.
Bullshit! What the fuck were you doing?
I went out
Were you
for a few-
cheating on me?
No, I wouldn't do that to you.
Bullshit!
I would never do you wrong.
Bullshit!
I wouldn't do that.
You were fucking cheating on
No,
me.
I wasn't. I
Yes,
promise
you
you.
were.
No.
With Brittany.
No,
She's
I
a fucking
wasn't.
skank.
No, I wasn't out last Friday.
Oh my god. Like, you know my ex cheated on me and you know how much that affected me and you said you would never hurt me.
I never did it. I wouldn't do anything.
You went out for drinks with someone and they said, let's do it again. You cheated on me. Like, let's be real. That's exactly what happened with Matt last time, okay?
I just went out with the guys, I swear.
Oh, I don't even believe you. Like, I think you're just lying to me right
Babe,
now.
come back.
You know, Griff, I've had just about enough of this. This is just one too many times that I've been cheated on. You know I've been cheated on in the past. Don't tell lies now. Now, Griff,
What?
you're not gonna do that again.
I might.
You see, Griff, now you can't kick me again.
Fuck.
I did not like that. So, are you gonna tell me the truth now?
I didn't do nothing, I swear.
I find that a little hard to believe. Did you cheat on me?
No. Ah, fuck!
I'll give you one more chance. Did you cheat on me?
No, I didn't, I swear. Fuck!
Griff, tell me the truth. Did you cheat on me with Brittany?
I would never do that. Ah!
Hello there, I'm Officer Stinson. This is my partner, Officer Bergman. Hello.
Hi. How are you today?
I'm good, how are you?
Good, thank you. So we asked you to come here today because we understand that you have some important information regarding a case that we're looking into that occurred on October 23rd, 2018. So we're just going to ask you some basic questions for like our records to like start the interview. So, what's your name?
Caitlin Andrew Erickson,
And where do you live?
287 Florida Drive.
What is your date of birth?
November 18th, 1999.
Can you please explain to me what happened on October 23rd?
So I was just at my house. I did hear arguing from the neighbors, which is common in that area. So then later on, I heard some noises which sounded like gunshots. I then looked out my window, saw a young lady running from the house. So I decided to go over and knock on the door. No one answered, so then I looked through the windows, which only windows that weren't covered up were the basement ones. So then I saw a young man, which was my neighbor, strapped in a chair, which there was blood all over the floor. So then I decided to call the police.
Okay. Can you describe what you believe the young lady looked like? Or could you tell what she looked like?
It was pretty dark, so I didn't have much of a visual, but
Do you have any further questions?
Is there anything else you can remember that you'd like to tell us?
I think that's all.
Okay, here's our business card, so if you think of anything else, our home phone number, our cell, and our work numbers are both on these cards. If you can come up with anything else, or if you just need to talk or you're scared of something else happening, just give us a call. We're always available. and you can always reach us on our cells.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much for coming in today. Hello.
Hi.
How are you today?
Good, you.
Good, thank you. So I'm Officer Bergman, and this is my partner, Officer Stinson. And we're here today to ask you a few questions.
So we asked you to come in today because we understand that you may have some information regarding what happened on October 23rd. We're first going to ask you some common questions just to get to know you some more. So can you please tell us your full name?
Kaylin McCharles.
Okay. And your address, please?
1329 Bridges Street.
Okay. And your date of birth?
December 7th, 1998.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll be asking you a few questions in regards to what you experienced that night on October 23rd.
Okay.
So where were you on that evening?
I had just gotten off work, so I was on my way back. I took the bus, and I was getting off the stop just over on Fanshawe Boulevard, and I was walking down Fleming Street because I live just up the road. And as I was walking, I heard some noises that sounded like gunshots, like they were just loud, and it was like one at first, and they're kind of like not all together, they were separate, but there's 3 of them in total. I'm almost positive about that. And then as I was walking, I started to look around to kind of like, because I wanted to know where it was coming from, because I wasn't sure, like it sounded, obviously it's gonna scare me. So yeah, I heard 3 noises. It sounded like gunshots, so I got a little worried, and I started looking around to see where it came from, when I noticed just up the road, some girl came barging out of like the backyard. Like she just came out through the fence, like bulging out, and came running to the street. And so I ran over thinking that maybe she was injured or something. Like I thought I could go help her. And as I was running over, she just shoved me. Like she shoved me and pushed me out of the way.
Can you explain what this woman looked like?
She was a little bit shorter than me, so I'm about 5'9". Maybe like 5'7". She was like 5'7"-ish. And she was a lot smaller than me, so I'm just kind of like worried on how she pushed me out of the way. Yeah, so she's a petite young girl. She's definitely young. She had like brownish blonde hair. Not too long. It wasn't too short either. Couldn't really tell because she was, chasing by and pushing me. But
Were you able to see what she was wearing?
she had this really ugly lifeguard shirt on. It was like red and white. It was not, and she had like kind of like sweatpants, looked like Lululemon, like the Lululemon nice ones, yeah. I think that's what she was wearing. She had no shoes on. It was a little strange, just like running down the street with no shoes on.
Okay.
And she had some like blood on her, and it was just,
Okay. Thank you. Do you have any further questions, Officer Stinson?
I do not, but here are our cards. This has our cell phone number, our home phone number, and our work phone numbers. So if you need to reach us and if you think of anything else, just give us a shout. We can always be reached on our cell phones. Thanks for coming in.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hello, I'm Officer Stinson. This is my partner, Officer Bergman. We're here to talk to you, and we just have a couple questions for you.
We really appreciate you being here today. An investigation like this is something we take very seriously, and we're glad you were able to come in with such an urgent case. We want you to understand that you are not under arrest today, so you have the right to leave when you please. The door is unlocked. Feel free to leave whenever you would like. We don't want to hold you against your will, so if you feel that you need to get up and leave, you are welcome to do so.
Okay. For safety purposes and for documentation for us, so we can check back on our cameras, we have one set up over here, and then one just above your head right there, okay?
Okay.
So it's my duty to inform you that you have the right to retain and instruct counsel without delay. You have the right to telephone any lawyer you wish. You also have the right to free advice from a legal aid lawyer. If you are charged with the offense, you may apply to the Ontario Legal Aid Plan for legal assistance. 1-800-265-0451 is the toll-free number that will put you in contact with a legal aid counsel lawyer for free legal advice right now. Do you understand? Yeah. Do you wish to call a lawyer right now?
No.
Okay.
If you've spoken with any police officer, any person with authority, or such person related to the case in any way, I want you to understand I do not want to influence you in making a statement in any way. Do you understand?
Do.
Perfect.
We understand this must be very hard on you, but we just ask you try your best and answer our questions as we're trying to eliminate any possible suspects in the murder of Griffin Switzer. Would you like anything to eat or drink or anything to make you as comfortable as possible? We have some tissues here and then water's here in a glass.
Thank you.
Would you like anything else?
No, okay.
Okay.
So we're going to start off with some common questions to start this interviewing questions for you. So first of all, what is your full name?
Jasmine Mare.
Perfect. You got that?
Yep. Okay.
Where do you live? Like, what is your address?
420 Hudson Drive,
Perfect. What is your date of birth?
January 22nd, 1998.
And what is your phone number?
226-926-8446.
So in regards to the case that we are investigating, what is your history with the victim, Griffin Switzer?
He's my boyfriend of over a year.
Okay. And what were you doing on October 23rd, 2018?
I was just at home watching movies by myself with my dog.
Can you give me a full statement on what you were doing that day and when and where?
It was just like a lazy day. I woke up, ate breakfast, went to the gym for a little bit in the morning. There wasn't really anybody there. I came home, showered, and just relaxed the rest of the day watching movies.
Okay. Do you remember how you discovered that your boyfriend was murdered?
The police came to my door and asked if they could come in and talk to me for a little bit, and I let them in, and they told me that my boyfriend has been murdered.
Okay. Are you aware of anyone that would like to harm Griffin?
No, he was such a sweet person.
It states in the records that you have a restraining order against a gentleman named Matt. What events occurred to cause this to happen?
He's my ex-boyfriend. We just got into an argument, and he was a very jealous person, and he thought I was cheating on him and everything, but I think he was the one cheating on me, honestly. But when we broke up, he just wanted to get me in trouble, so he just filed a restraining order against me, but I don't know exactly why.
So you've had past problems in relationships? Have you and Griff ever had any conflicts?
Just little fights that couples normally have, but I did have a sixth sense that he was cheating on me, because having every single one of my boyfriends, so I just know the signs and stuff, and I think he was cheating on me, but I didn't do anything about it or confront him about it. I was just kind of waiting until it was more obvious to say something.
What signs did he show that made you think that?
Just going out later at night, out with his buds, but I don't think he has that many friends, but he's always going out with them. And nights that I'm working, he'll just say he's going out and won't really tell me, so I feel like he's just always lying to me,
Was there any specific thing that made you believe he was cheating?
He did stop having sex with me as much as we used to, and that was very upsetting, because I feel like he's getting it from someone else.
Okay, do you have any questions?
I do. Just backtracking here. Can you tell me what gym you went to?
I went to Planet Fitness because I just love working out, and I got a really cute pair of new running shoes that I kind of wanted to flaunt,
And can you tell me what your new shoes look like?
They were mainly black with hot pink trim around them and a Nike symbol. It's a lime green, very cute.
Okay. So since we're bringing your shoes into this, what size are your feet?
I'm an 8.
An 8? Okay.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. We found a pair of shoes at Griffin's house that seem to be matching the description of the shoes that you have. But if you went to the gym, how were they at Griff's house on October 23rd?
I'm sorry, what was your question?
We found a pair of shoes that seem to match your description of the shoes that you have that you wore to the gym that day, but they were at Griff's house and you said you were just chilling at home.
I stopped by his house right after the gym because I forgot to take them off after I started working out, and then I walked outside and it was like wet and I got some mud on them, and he said he would clean them for me. So I just dropped by and like dropped them off, said hi, and left.
Okay. At roughly what time did you drop your shoes off for Griffin to clean them?
I'm not 100% sure. Probably somewhere around noonish.
Okay.
Is there anyone that can verify that you went there or that you were leaving the gym? Any witnesses that we could speak to just to verify your whereabouts at this time?
No, the gym wasn't very busy, surprisingly, that day, probably because it was raining. And nobody that was working there, like, I really knew or anything. Like, they didn't really know me, so.
And do you know of your gym having any cameras that we could just check out?
I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
Do you have anyone that can verify where you were in the evening that day?
No, I was just with my dog, Rocky, that's it.
See, because this is inconsistent with some evidence that we found that has text messages from you arriving at Garth's house around 9:30ish in the evening.
What kind of evidence?
There's text messages saying that you are on your way and that you have, like, they're telling him that you were at his house.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm getting my days all mixed up. I'm just very shocked right now, and I can't really think.
Would you like some more water?
Yes, please.
So now can you tell me what happened on the 23rd of October, please?
Yeah, sorry. I was thinking of, I think, like, the day before. My days are pretty similar, so I can't usually remember which day was which. I go to the gym almost every day. So on the 23rd, I did the same. I woke up, had breakfast, went to the gym, and then after the gym, I went to Griff's house, yes.
And anything else happened? What did you do at Griffin's?
We watched movies and just, like, relaxed, cuddled, the usual.
So you said you woke up in the morning and went to the gym and then went to Griff's house.
Mm-hmm.
Were you at the gym from when you woke up to 9:30 at night when you said you arrived at Griff's house?
Well, I stopped at my house and, like, showered and had something to eat, spent a little bit of time with my dog, Rocky, and then I went over later on.
Okay.
And what time did you leave Griffin's house at?
Probably like 12:30 that night.
12:30.
Yeah, about that. I'm not 100% sure.
We're just a little confused here because it's just not matching up, do you know? Like,
I don't really understand what you're saying.
the evidence that we have in your story that you're telling us, it's just not making any sense. There's completely missed information in your story, so do you want to retrack and see if anything else comes to mind?
Sure, I'll try. I'm just still very shocked at all this happening. Like, he was the love of my life. I thought I was going to be with him forever.
Please stay on track, ma'am.
Sorry. So, that morning I woke up and I had breakfast with my dog Rocky. We watched a bit of TV. I think I might have dozed off after I came home from the gym. I went to the gym, then came home, dozed off a little bit. Woke up, I didn't really check to see what time it was. I had a shower and then I just went over to Griff's house. And we ate dinner together, watched some movies, cuddled, kind of fell asleep and napped. So I'm not 100% sure what time it was when I left.
So you say that you ate dinner at your house, and then you ate dinner again at Griff's house, but you didn't get there till 9:30. So how would you have eaten dinner at 9:30?
Well, I had a snack before I went to his house is what I meant. And then when we got to his house, we had like some leftovers from the night before, like some pizza.
And also, you say you left Griffin's house around 12:30.
Mm-hmm.
Was anyone else around at that time?
Not that I noticed, no. I wasn't really paying attention though. I just kind of left.
It's like very hard to tell that your stories are matching up because our like information shows that Griffin died around 1 a.m. and that he was beaten and tied up, so it would have taken a longer period of time than from the time that you left. So there would have either had to have been someone else there.
I would never hurt Griff. He was the love of my life. Why would I do that?
Is there any way that it could have led to him cheating?
No, I mean, I have my suspicions that he was cheating because all my other boyfriends have, but I kind of thought maybe Griffin would be different, you know? And I was really, like, falling in love with him.
Do you know who Brittany is?
No,
Have you ever heard Griffin speak of Brittany?
not that I can recall.
Because there's a text message on his phone from a Brittany, and the time frame that you say that you were at his house, so I was wondering if you just knew who she was.
I'm not really a possessive girlfriend or anything, so I don't look at his phone.
We didn't accuse you of looking at his phone, but is there any chance that you may have done it?
No.
Because this girl, the message was very interesting, so we figured it, like, mixing it with your other statements, that it could lead you to believe that, so we were just checking to see how you felt about it.
Can you guys tell me what she said?
Sorry, ma'am, we cannot.
We can't reveal, like, that kind of evidence and stuff like that.
Okay. Can you guys, like, tell me what the text message said?
We can't reveal what the message says, but just a quick glance at it, it could come off as intimate.
Do you guys know something I don't know? Because by the sounds of what you're telling me, that Griff was cheating on me. Which I suspected, I mean, you know?
No, ma'am, we're not saying that he cheated on you or anything like that. We were just saying what it would come off as.
Oh, well, I did notice he was texting a lot throughout the night, which I did not appreciate at all.
So that made you angry?
Yes, it did, because my other boyfriends, when I thought, like, oh, they're texting a lot, turns out they're cheating on me, so I thought, maybe Griff was too. And I was not going through that again.
So is there any way that you got angry and stormed out of the house?
No, I didn't get angry.
Okay, so we're just wondering why your fingerprints were found on the side doorknob. If you weren't angry, you probably would have gone out the front door, where your shoes and everything are, before leaving.
Well, I mean, I've been over at his house, like, multiple times, so any of those times I couldn't have opened the back door. And I think that night after we ate, I just, like, threw the garbage in the backyard and I opened the back door and threw it out.
What shoes did you wear to Griffin's that night?
I don't really recall. Maybe my running shoes. It could have been something else, like my sandals or something. I have a lot of shoes.
But if you wore your running shoes, why were they found?
I must have been wearing my sandals then.
And you just leave your shoes at his house?
Yeah.
Okay.
I go over there a lot, so I leave my stuff there quite often.
We only found sandals of a woman there, no clothes of a woman.
I don't usually leave my clothes there, just like shoes and sometimes like a toothbrush if I sleep over. I usually bring my clothes with me and just do laundry at my house, not his.
Okay.
Otherwise, he'll ask me to do his laundry. I'm not doing that.
So in regards to the actual murder of Griffin, at the scene we found the murder weapon, which was a gun, that we found your fingerprints on.
I can explain that.
Okay.
Griffin and I both enjoy like shooting targets and whatnot, and occasionally we go hunting, so we do go to the range quite frequently with each other and just take shots at targets and stuff, have little competitions and whatnot, and we do have a 9mm downstairs that we usually use together.
Okay. But through like testing and stuff, it shows that the gun was fired recently. But that in your statement, it doesn't say that you went to the range within that day.
No, we didn't, so whoever did this must have shot him, you know? Was he shot?
Only your fingerprints were found on the gun.
Why would you think he's been shot?
Just because you guys like brought up the gun and everything, and if it wasn't relevant, you wouldn't have brought it up, you know?
It's just part of the evidence that we picked up because he was near the body. We collected all the evidence near the body and it just happened to be around there.
And we didn't really like lock it up or anything, we just kind of kept it out since we went so frequently, you know?
But if it was fired recently with only your fingerprints on it, and your statement doesn't say that you went to the range, why is that?
I couldn't tell you. We normally like clean it and whatnot, so I know the last time we went shooting, I cleaned it when we got back, and then I put it down, so my fingerprints would probably still be on it from after I cleaned it and put it away, kind of a thing.
The thing is they were bloody fingerprints. So can you explain that?
I cannot. I'm not sure why that would be because I cleaned that thing pretty good.
Or the casings that we found around Griffin, match your gun exactly.
Well, if the gun was used to kill him, I'm assuming that's where the shells came from.
But only your fingerprints are on the gun.
Because I cleaned it and put it away.
If you cleaned it and put it away, how does it explain the bloody fingerprints found on it that are yours?
I cannot explain that. I'm not sure how that would happen. It sounds quite impossible to me. Because I didn't do anything.
Ma'am, we need to start telling the truth.
I am telling the truth. I would never hurt Griff. He was my lover.
Okay. Just another question, like a little bit. What were you wearing that day?
I can't exactly recall what I was wearing. Maybe my lifeguard shirt, red and white. And I think I might have been wearing Lulus, like just plain black Lulus.
Okay. Did you leave Griffin's house in a hurry that night?
Not that I can recall. I was kind of like dozing off a bit, so I decided to go home.
Okay. Because we have statements from witnesses that state they saw a girl in a white and red lifeguard shirt running out of the house.
Oh yeah, I may have ran home just to kind of wake myself up. I don't live that far, so sometimes I do jog home.
But if you were wearing your sandals,
How are you running?
Slowly. I run in them sometimes when my shoes are dirty or I forget them at Griffin's house. So I was just running with those on.
Okay. Did you come in contact with anyone on your slow run home?
I mean, I was running, so I wasn't looking at anyone around me. I just kind of focused on running.
Is it possible that when you run, if you do come in contact with people, you physically move them out of your way?
I mean, not aggressively or anything, you know?
Because we have a witness that states that you aggressively let a girl dressed in a red and white lifeguard shirt running from this area shoved her out of the way on her way through.
Well, then your witness is lying, because I don't remember that.
And we have bloody fingerprints and handprints on this shirt with DNA that matches Griffin.
Well, maybe she was the one that attacked Griff. Did you ever think of that?
The handprints wouldn't be the way they were, depending on the angle. And she was at work, and she has alibis to justify her whereabouts.
Well, maybe her coworkers were lying too, because I'm not lying. I would never hurt Griff. I don't know what this lady's talking about. Like, did you check her background history? Because you're asking me all these questions, and I feel like you guys are accusing me of killing my own boyfriend. It's bullshit. I would never hurt the love of my life.
Ma'am, we never stated that you killed Griffin. But
Yeah, because I didn't.
Why are you implying that we said that? Did you do
Because
that?
that's what it feels like you guys are doing. You're just trying to turn everything on me when I told you I would never hurt my boyfriend. So I don't even know why I'm in this picture anymore. I don't know what happened. I wasn't there. So what can I tell you to help you?
You weren't there, but you were there. You just said you weren't there.
I was there visiting him, but I wasn't there when he was killed. So I don't see how I can help anymore, you know? I just want to go home and grieve. I am grieving right now. My love was just killed.
We told you in the beginning you're free to leave anytime you want.
Well, I'm not going to leave because I want to find out what happened to my lover, obviously. But I just really appreciate it if you guys stop turning it around on me. Maybe you should go ask Brittany what happened.
I thought you didn't know about Brittany, so why are you making an accusation that she would know anything?
Because you guys mentioned that he was texting her, so he's probably cheating, texting her, telling her what's happening, just waiting for me to leave so she can come over or something. So I feel like this Brittany girl has something to do with it. Maybe she was jealous that I was with Griffin and she wanted him to dump me for her, so she killed him. How about you ask Brittany that?
That still doesn't explain why your fingerprints were found on the gun.
And why not?
Well, then I'm being set up, okay? Because I didn't do anything.
See, there's no information that or evidence that states Brittany was present in the house.
Brittany had an alibi that states that she was at work. We contacted her manager, watched the video cameras, and seen her.
Well, maybe he was cheating on me with someone else then too. Figure that out.
Why do you believe he was cheating? Because
all men do. All men are garbage. They always disrespect women, and that's just how every single one of my boyfriends has been. It's how my mom's boyfriends were towards her. So maybe you should check his phone for other girls' names, because I've looked at it and there are plenty of girls' names in there that he could have been cheating on me with. So how about you check that?
You said that you've never checked Griffin's phone.
Well, I've never checked it. I look at it occasionally when he's texting.
But how would you see plenty of girls at once if you only glanced at it?
Because a bunch of his contacts that he's texting have hearts on them, and
Okay. Well, your stories are very contradicting with what you said before, saying that you haven't checked them, but now all of a sudden you know what his phone looks like.
Well, I don't know what else to tell you, Okay, maybe I did look at his phone and see Brittany, and I did get a little upset, because cheaters, men, I'm sure you guys have been cheated on before,
Did Did you accuse Griffin of cheating on you when you noticed Brittany's name on his phone?
Yes.
Did you get angry towards him when this happened?
Would you be angry if your boyfriend cheated on you? Yes.
Is it a possibility that when you were angry that you may have hurt Griffin?
Well, I mean, I may have like smacked him over the head because I was really freaking mad, and I was like kind of in like a rage blackout mode, you know? So I hit him a couple times, but I didn't kill him.
And where did you hit him?
I think I like punched him in the face, chest, kicked him in the nuts.
Okay.
Okay. So there's evidence in Griffin's body, I guess is the way to put it, that shows that you did, like there is evidence that he's been hit multiple times.
I just told you I hit him. He deserved it.
What did you do after you hit him?
Screamed at him, yelled at him. He deserved that too.
Did he ever hit you back?
Yep. He was abusive sometimes. Did I tell you that? Write that down.
We're talking about that instance only right now. So please don't mix the stories up right now.
Well, you guys are the ones who want as much information as I can give you. He's abusive. Write that down. Thanks.
In this situation, where did he possibly hit you?
Well, sometimes he hits me like in the stomach region and slaps me in the face sometimes, you know. Guy's a little bitch.
Why didn't you ever report any of this before?
Because I loved him. I told you that. I'm not going to rat out someone I love, or he's going to go to jail and then I'm not going to see him.
But if he's hurting you, then why would you do that?
Because I feel like he just gets angry sometimes. He doesn't really mean it. Like, I know he loves me too. Sometimes we just get a little mad at each other and start swinging, but we don't like really hurt each other, you know?
Do you believe you really didn't hurt Griff?
Well, he was a whiner and not very strong, you know? So he complained even when I flicked him on the arm. So quite possible I hurt him a little bit more than I thought, but...
So, when you were hitting Griff, did you somehow keep him in one place?
No. We were just standing there fighting. There was really nowhere he could go.
He just stood there and let you hit him?
No, I told you he hit me. Write that down.
Ma'am, I got it written down.
Good.
So, if you didn't somehow keep Griff in the same place while you were hitting him, then why was he tied up?
I don't know.
And what was used to tie him up was pink. So, usually pink stuff belongs to a woman.
Not all the time.
In this case, looking through other things in the home, Griffin didn't own anything pink.
I don't know water. Thank you.
So, did you keep Griffin in one place?
I mean, I had to, or he was gonna keep hitting me. Self-defense. Write that down. Self-defense.
So you tied Griffin up?
Yep. Or he would have kept hitting me, like I said.
And how did you tie him up?
With that pink thing.
Where was the pink thing?
It was on my bathrobe.
Where'd you tie Griffin with it?
On a chair, so he could finally sit his ass down and listen to me.
Okay.
Did you tie his hands with it, his feet? We need more detail.
His hands, so that he wouldn't hit me.
I know how you feel. So girls your age would do the same thing. If they're in your predicament, they do the exact same.
Yep, because men are trash. Cheaters. Nobody else ever does anything about it, so sometimes the woman just has to take care of it herself, you know?
Sometimes you just have to take it to the next level.
Yeah, I know. Like I did. Because nobody else cares. So sometimes, you know, the woman has to take care of it. So I had to take care of it myself. Nobody else was helping me with that situation. Nobody else cared. He sure as hell didn't.
So, the next level. What did you do after tying up Griff and hitting him? Please be specific with these details.
Well, you guys found the gun, so obviously that was involved somehow.
So, the gun was involved.
Well, you guys said he was shot multiple times, 3 times.
We never said 3.
We never said 3 times.
How did you know he was shot 3 times if he didn't do it?
It was just a guess.
It's a very specific guess. Did you shoot Griffin?
No.
Then how
Not.
did you know that he was shot 3 times and you say a gun was involved and shot recently in that day when only your bloody fingerprints are found on it?
So, maybe I did find out he was cheating on me, and I did snap a little bit. I suffer from rage blackouts. Please write that down. So, sometimes I don't really understand what I'm doing. So, I found out through that text that he was cheating on me with Brittany, and I got very mad, and the gun was sitting there, so I pulled it and made him sit in a chair, and I tied his arms. He kicked me, so then I tied his legs. And after that, I don't really remember what happened. I suffer from rage blackouts, like I said. And next thing I know, he's sitting in the chair with bullet wounds. But I don't remember doing it. So, I mean, I can't 100% say I did it, but I probably did it because I grabbed the gun and I tied him to the chair to make sure he couldn't move.
You're being charged with the murder of Griffin Switzer. Do you wish to say anything to answer this charge? You're not obligated to answer, but whatever you do say will be given in evidence.
Okay.
You don't seem very fazed that you're being charged with this, even though you don't remember committing the offense.
Well, since I don't remember, because I was in a rage blackout, I mean, I can plead insanity, can't I? Like, I don't remember committing the offense. I mean, it's a medical issue, right? Plea insanity.
We can't declare that, sorry. Can you specify where the bullet holes were?
Shot him in the leg first, so he would tell me what was actually going on. Then he wouldn't tell me, so I shot him in the penis, so he can't use that again. And then when he refused to tell me the answer after that, shot him in the heart, because he broke mine.
I'm glad you can remember that now.
Well, now you guys are just trying to trick me.
Is there anything else you would like to tell us that we haven't already asked?
Not that I can recall.
Nothing?
Nope.
You don't remember hitting the person walking down the street while you were running out?
I mean, like I said, I was in a rage blackout, so when I was running, I ran into someone.
What did you do after you shot Griffin?
Ran. Because I didn't realize what I did, and I didn't want to look guilty, you know?
So you say that you remember after shooting Griffin, that you remember standing above him with the gun in your hand with 3 bullet holes in him. So clearly you remember after that. So do you remember leaving the house?
I mean, it's hazy. Like, I'm not 100% sure on all these details, but...
Can you explain the details that you have, please?
Shot him in the leg, penis, heart, because he broke mine. He shattered my heart.
Yeah, that.
The details of leaving the house, please.
I left through the back door and jogged home. I may have run into someone, don't know who.
Did you have your shoes on when you left?
Not that I can recall because I was panicking. I wasn't in the right mindset when I did all that. I was extremely upset. I didn't 100% realize what I was doing and like the consequences that would follow. So I panicked and ran and didn't grab shoes.
So is that why your running shoes are found at the scene?
Yes.
Have you, sorry,
You may go.
have you talked to anyone? Did you tell anyone about this?
No,
No, there's no one else that knows about this.
not that I know of.
Okay.
So, you are going to be charged with the murder of Griffin Switzer. Because you just confessed to shooting Griffin Switzer 3 times and killing him. In the exact state that we found him.
All right. Can I have a lawyer now?
Yep.
I'd like to speak to my lawyer.
We can get you that.